Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Justina and here I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you through my DIYs. Now as you see by today's title, it is 90 days until Halloween and I am super excited. So I had collaborated all of my DIY terracotta pots for you in one video that is simple to do, maybe will take 5 to 10 minutes to make, and very affordable. Now, if you have been following my channel, some of these terracotta pots may look familiar. Nonetheless, I really wanted to put all of them in a video for you to give you some inspiration for the Halloween season. If you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. We are trying to reach the goal of 10,000 subscribers before October, and we are super close, and I am so appreciative to all of you who have subscribed. Don't forget to click on that thumbs up button to really show that you love Halloween as much as I do, and it does really help out my channel. So with all that being said, let's just jump right into it and let's art today. I wanted to start off today's DIYs with the simplest DIY ever. I have some of these succulents in the smallest terracotta pots that I ever seen that I purchased from Michael's for $1.19. All I needed to do was take them outside and spray them with Rust-Oleum spray paint in the color satin black, and that completes this DIY. It took 2 seconds. Here is how they look after they were spray painted. Like I said, this is the most easiest DIY, yet it is a good pop of Halloween little succulents that you can add all over your house. And remember, you can use any colors you want for Halloween. I think this is just a simple and easy way to add a little flair of Halloween all throughout your house, and it only took 5 minutes to do. For our second DIY terracotta pot, I have this little square one that I purchased at the 99-cent store when they were going out of business. Now, I really love this DIY. It is different just because it's not normally my home decor when it comes to Halloween time. But just for a recap, what I like to do for every terracotta pot that I really want to paint on is to seal it. I use Rust-Oleum sealer and I give it a nice coat of it on the inside and the outside, and even in between the little hole on the bottom, just to really seal my terracotta pot. That way when I start painting, which I am going in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White, and I'm going to give it a nice thick coat all over on the inside and the outside so it looks like this. That way when you start painting, like I was saying before, the paint won't soak through, because terracotta pots are really porous. When you start painting on them without sealing, they tend to soak up a lot of paint, and then you have to paint a lot on it to really get a nice opaque color. That is just a little tip. Next, I'm going in with some red acrylic paint. I believe this is my folk art home decor chalk paint in the color Imperial Red. I just dipped it in with a nice fine tip brush, and as you see here, I'm just painting on little splatters. This will be a blood splatter pot. I really wanted it to look like a murder scene happened right on top of this pot or really close to it. Remember, if gory is not your type of decor, you can always skip this DIY, but it was really fun to do, and you don't always have to do it with red paint. You could do it with green to make it look like it's oozing out of the pot. So many ideas that you can do. Remember, this is just some inspiration to help you get into the Halloween spirit. Now for the other side of my terracotta pot, I wanted it to look like a bloody hand had touched the pot itself. So what I did was dip my brush into some water and that red acrylic paint and started painting on my hands, just the front 4 fingers and a little bit of the tip, and then I smeared it down so I have a good idea where a hand would be placed at. Now it does dry quickly, so I did have to go back in with more of that red paint and start painting in my fingers to really make it look like a hand. And then I had to add on my thumb because the thumb part did not come out. Now this part is really messy. If you do not like the feeling of paint, I suggest just painting on a hand, but I really wanted it to look like my hand has been on it. Lastly, it is now time to add the drips and the splatters of more fake blood. So all I did was dip my paintbrush into some water and the paint and started flicking the ends of my paintbrush to really get that splattered look. Once I was done with the paint splatters and I let it dry completely, I wanted to add a hidden message inside of my terracotta pot. So I took the same red acrylic paint and a thin paintbrush and I started writing out the words "help me." I thought this was super adorable and really fun to make. And lastly, all I had to do was seal it, and that completes this DIY. Here is how my spooky terracotta pot turned out. I absolutely love it. Like I mentioned before, I do seal all of my terracotta pots when I paint on them with Rust-Oleum sealer. I usually purchase that at Lowe's. Now this makes it even more creepy because it's now all shiny, but it will protect your artwork on the terracotta pots. Now remember friends, my Halloween playlist will be linked down in the description box below if you want to see the full versions of all of these terracotta pots that I did originally. Now I would love to know which one was your favorite down in the comments section below. I just love this little peekaboo of "help me" on the inside, and I just really had fun with this DIY. Moving right into our next terracotta pot. Like I mentioned before, I usually buy my terracotta pots at the 99-cent store. There are a reasonable price there. However, they did go out of business. When I went there the last time, everything was about 80% off, so I picked up a bunch of them. They were usually $1.49, but I'm pretty sure at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, you can find these terracotta pots for roughly around the same price. For this one, I really wanted to paint it orange, so I went in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin, and I had to give it a couple of coats. This was the terracotta pot where I did not seal it, and it was really soaking up the paint and drying really quickly. Nonetheless, it really turned out super adorable. Once the outside of the pot had dried, I went on the inside of the pot and started painting it with my apple barrel black acrylic paint, and I also gave that a couple of coats and let that dry completely. Now that I have all of my base layers done, it is now time to plan out what I want on this terracotta pot. So I took a pencil and I started sketching in my spooky face. Now there are so many different ways on how to draw in your face. If you are not confident in freehanding, you can always trace out an image. Dollar Tree does have those little traceable faces or even stickers that you can add onto your terracotta pot. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette machine, you can always print that out and stick it on as vinyl, and then maybe stencil in around it and use it as a guide. But I just chose to freehand mine, and as you see here, here's my little spooky face. Now it was time to fill in all of my jack-o'-lantern's face with some black acrylic paint, and I'm doing that with a flat paint brush. Now I did speed it up for you so it doesn't take forever. However, I did go super slow and took my time. This does take quite some time and it is very detailed, but it was very therapeutic and I really have fun when I start painting on my terracotta pots. However, like I mentioned before, if you want something quick and easy, you can always lay down stickers or print out an image on the computer. Now I'm just going to continue filling in my jack-o'-lantern using that same black acrylic paint for the nose and for the mouth of the jack-o'-lantern. Once that had time to set up and dry for a little while, I went in with my folk art home decor chalk paint in the color Java and started making these lines and blending them out. That way it mimics more of a pumpkin. I blended it out using my Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin and just kept going back and forth with those two colors. For the very last bit of detail, I needed to really sharpen all of my lines on my little jack-o'-lantern here. I made his little eyebrows, and then I started making cracks all over my pot just to make it more spooky. Once again, you don't have to do it this way. You can always print out images or get stickers to do this. However, I just really love painting on my terracotta pots. Once that had time to dry, I did seal it, and that completes this DIY. Here is how my jack-o'-lantern pot turned out. I absolutely love it. I'm really thinking about making more in different facial expressions just to give him some friends. So make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on those videos. But I loved how he turned out, and I would love to know what you think about this down in the comment section below. Moving right into our next DIY. Now I know this is not a terracotta pot, it's more of a ceramic pot that is shaped like a book, but I wanted to include it because it's really cute for Halloween. All I needed to do was remove all of the stickers. Now I did purchase this at 99-cent store. Before they were going out of business, it was around $2.99, but I got it for 80% off, so I did grab a couple of them. I did remove all of the stickers and give it a nice wipe down. Next, I'm going in with my hot glue gun, and I'm going to start making little spider webs all over this little fake book. Now remember, this is ceramic, and hot glue does tend to peel off easily. Since this is just decor, it does hold up nicely. It does not peel off unless you purposely try to peel it up. Like I mentioned, I am going to continue adding all of my spider webs all over this book. I even do the spine and the back of the book. Now remember, you don't have to do spider webs. You can always do skulls or little pumpkins or maybe even little ghosts. I really wanted this to stay simple as possible, so that is why I'm doing spider webs. And then lastly, I'm going to add a giant spider web to the back of the book. Once that had time to completely dry, I will then take it outside and spray paint it using my Rust-Oleum spray paint in the color flat for this, and I do give it about 2 coats and let it dry completely, and that completes this DIY. Here is how my little pot turned out. I absolutely love it. Now remember, you can always add words to it, more stickers just to liven it up, but I really just love the simplicity of it. Here it is by next to other pots that I've created. Remember, all of the original videos will be linked down in a playlist down in the description box below if you want to check out the original videos for each one of these pots. But I would love to know what you think about this pot down in the comment section below. Moving on to our next terracotta pots. Once again, these are the smallest terracotta pots that I've painted on. I purchased these at Michael's for about $1.19, but I believe I had a coupon, so they were even less than that. This is a 3 DIYer in 1 DIY project, so I am first going to paint each one of those terracotta pots in a solid color. So I first start off with this one, and I'm going in with my Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color Irish Green. Now I'm just painting the bottom of this terracotta pot and leaving the rim unpainted for now. My next pot, I am going in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White, and I'm painting the entirety of this pot inside and outside, and I do give it a nice thick coat and let it dry completely. And lastly, for my third pot, since I had the white out, I am then painting my third pot, just the brim of it, using that white acrylic paint. Once again, it's my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. Once that was completed, I then put that to the side so it can dry to move on to the next layer, which is this nice orange color. Now this one was my folk art acrylic paints in the satin orange, so I did have to give it a couple of coats, and I did happen to wipe some of that on the white, but I end up fixing it. Lastly, for the bottom portion of this pot, I did go in with this bright yellow. I believe once again it is in my folk art acrylic paint in the satin family, and I do have to give it about 2 to 3 coats. Lastly, for this pot, since we are starting to paint all 3 layers, I wanted to finish it up with a really cute face, and I'm just doing that with my black acrylic paint. It is from Apple Barrel, and I purchased a huge tub of it from Walmart. After I placed on the eyes, I did draw in the mouth, and then I added the highlights, and this little candy corn pot was completed. For the terracotta pot that we painted green, I'm going in with my acrylic paint in black and painting up the rim of that pot. I do have to give it about a nice thick coat, and then I also paint the inside using that same black acrylic paint. Once I was done painting on the rim, I then started adding little spikes to the rim of the pot. This will be a little detail for the hair of this pot, which it happens to be a little Frankenstein pot. Or Frankenstein's monster. I always say that wrong for some reason. Anyways, I'm just adding little triangles here and there and then filling them in. Once that was completed, it is now time to start adding on the little face. Once again, I'm using a really detailed little brush and then black acrylic paints to add on the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Then I will add little stitching, and this little terracotta pot is finished. For the last miniature pot that we painted all white, I am going in with a black acrylic paint and adding 2 eyes and a mouth. This has to be the easiest terracotta pot that I painted because it's just a little ghosty friend here. Once all of them had time to completely dry, I did seal them up, and that completes this DIY. Here is how my little terracotta pot collection turned out. I absolutely loved it. It is super adorable. They were fun to make, and they would look so cute with like a little Halloween tree that you can buy at Dollar Tree to put in there. So that might be coming up soon. However, I really enjoyed making these, and I would love to know what you think about this DIY down in the comment section below. Alright friends, that completes today's DIYs for you. I had a blast making each and every one of these, and I have plenty more coming for the remainder of this year. I am super excited to share them with you. I know these are past DIYs, but I thought I would put them all together to maybe help inspire you get into the spooky Halloween season. I am super excited and ready for that fall weather. Remember friends, there will be links down in my description box of the Halloween playlist that shows each one of these DIYs to the full extent. If you would like to check those out, make sure you click on that link down below to watch after this video. While you are down there, make sure to leave me a comment down below to let me know which DIY terracotta pot was your favorite. I would love to know, and if you have any suggestions on what else to paint on a terracotta pot, please leave those down in the comment section below so maybe I can start painting some of the things that you would like to see more of. Remember friends, we are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers before October, so if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click on the bell notification so YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here for our virtual art family. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on today's video and joining me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you being here. If you are enjoying today's video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It really does help out my channel. And if you have one spooky friend that needs some Halloween inspiration, be sure to share it to at least one of your friends to help them out. Once again, thank you all so much for coming along with me today and watching today's video. I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. I am super excited to get more into the fall and spooky season, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. Again, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoy, and as always, I will see you in the next one.